Welcome to Phoenix 5 Social Emotional Learning Group's Transformative Leadership Presentation. You're about to listen to watch and learn about Mark, Jody, Ivlise, Rennie, and Suhail's growth and experiences this past year during their Gray Fellowship journey. Let's start by hearing from Mark.
Hello, my name is Mark Erlenwine, and I'm the proud principal and alumnus of Staten Island Technical High School. My transformative leadership project focused on a school community wellness prototype using the Brain Power Wellness toolset with both students and faculty. While working on our prototype and progressing through the Gray Fellowship, it became harder and nearly impossible to not acknowledge that we're in a race and chase at times to align and sync mind, body, and heart in order to maintain balance. In the absence of balance, our lives and careers caring for and educating children in a world and school system of growing complexities is challenging, demanding, and sometimes traumatic. Therefore, this past fall, we focused on training the teachers with the Brain Power Wellness toolset, employing these skills and practices via daily brain breaks that rotate by class subject areas on a daily basis. All faculty have been trained in Brain Power Wellness, as well as two of our faculty leaders who attended the Brain Power Wellness training to further support the staff and students. Together, we established a set of go-to wellness practices in the classroom for students, with teachers initially leading the work using brain breaks daily, and as a set of practices outside of the classroom for both students and teachers to employ in maintaining balance through a series of regularly scheduled community-based activities and collective work that fosters this mindset and practice. For example, we conducted faculty and student-based gratitude walks to the bubble tea shop down the block, as well as engaged in fun team-building activities in games of rock, paper, scissors, and the pressure pit, which have been employed both with the faculty and student members of our school community. These efforts have undoubtedly brought our teams closer together and reconfirmed the importance of teamwork and collective efficacy, as well as wellness. What I have learned throughout this next growth phase of my life is that this wellness practice is something that I personally, as well as my school community, realizes is one that we have to continuously operationalize systematically, schedule time for, and set reminders to maintain self-accountability. Thank you for listening.
My name is Jody Contento, the proud principal of PS 78. My transformational project was on vitamin C supplement intake, taking care of oneself to show up with compassion and empathy for students and staff. Our school community has suffered a great deal of trauma, loss, and stressful changes within the last 3 years. A missing piece for us has been the mind and body connection. My transformational project sheds light on and brings awareness to our emotions and tools for our community that will help everyone recognize and understand their emotions and those of others. Through Brain Power Wellness, we were able to increase our self-awareness, create opportunities for body movements, brain breaks, and breathing to enable all stakeholders to effectively recognize and manage their emotions while reducing the risk of mental health issues, bullying, and conflicts among students and staff. This project also equips students and staff with valuable coping skills and tools that can support their overall being and increase the ability to focus on teaching and learning. Learning about emotional awareness has fostered empathy and understanding, allowing our students to better relate to their peers and build healthy relationships. When students and staff are aware of their emotions, they can communicate their needs more effectively and respond empathetically to others, creating a positive and inclusive social environment within our school. By cultivating and focusing on emotional awareness, stakeholders develop resilience, which will assist them with the ability to cope with challenges and bounce back from setbacks. They have learned to recognize and regulate their emotions in times of stress, enabling them to persevere and adapt to difficult situations and challenges. Resilience is a valuable life skill that can support everyone through their academic and personal journeys. Self-awareness and self-regulation has positively impacted our school community by increasing students' ability to focus, retain information, and effectively participate in classroom activities. My self-transformation has focused on being grounded, centered, and present. Setting these goals has made me a more impactful leader, parent, and daughter because I am able to prioritize, set boundaries between life and work, and focus on self-care.
Hi, my name is Rennie Fong, and I'm the proud principal of PS 130, the DeSoto School in Manhattan. My Grade Fellowship project focused on transformative self-work for all. We wanted everyone in our community to engage in the social and emotional learning work that is so needed to be at our best for one another. We worked on a series of prototypes throughout this school year by sensing and feeling. We are living through a time where everything is fast-paced and instant and on demand, which has led to burnout and exhaustion. Time and time again, we're reminded about the importance of taking a pause and slowing down and taking some time for self-care and finding and creating joy. We continue to instill a love of the arts at our school and forging strong partnerships and offering the arts for each and every child. We started the school year by having everyone start the day with some mindful breathing and calming our minds and bodies with a mind-up brain break. I also wrote a letter every week to our students in order to connect with them and to let them know how much they are loved. It was a way to share with them how I have been incorporating mindful practices and self-care in my own life and to encourage and inspire them to always try their best. I wanted them to know that adults are always learning and growing with them too. Our school has also partnered with an organization called Awareness in Motion. A core group of staff members from several schools in the city have engaged in transformational work using the book, Work with Heart. It has been so powerful connecting with colleagues throughout the city and engaging in self-awareness and social-emotional learning practices. Just taking some time to check on each other's internal climates and reminding each other that we have the power to choose how we respond to stress and challenging situations. By engaging in self-reflection and working on our inner capacity, we are able to support one another, find purpose and joy in our work, improve our mental well-being, and thrive with our children. I am so grateful for this year of learning and growing. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Ivelisse Rivera, the proud principal of Jordan L. Mott Junior High School 22 in District 9 in the Bronx. I have been a principal for 17 months. I started mid-year and almost immediately through one-to-one meetings with each staff member, I began to feel the weight of an unstable community. During these one-to-one meetings, I asked each staff member what makes working at 22 special or unique. And almost every staff member said that Junior High School 22 has a tight-knit community. However, as the conversations continued, it became clear to me that they were only referring to other staff members when they referred to the school community, not children, not families. Over the first 5 months as principal, this disconnect between staff, our student community, and their families became even more evident. By the end of the school year, my team began to express that their once tight-knit community had become unstable and asked me to intervene. See, when I joined the team, my new beginning was also a time when the community felt forced to adapt to a rapid, unexpected changes in leadership in a very short time frame. As a result, the tight-knit community began to unravel, which unearthed mistrust, anxiety, and a fight-or-flight response. This constant stress significantly contributed to burnout. This is the origin story of my grades project. My project focused on building a strong culture of love, learning, and support among staff and students, families, and the surrounding community, including our co-located schools. The goal is to rebuild our culture, but this time centered around our students while making all community members feel a sense of belonging, feel seen, and are seen and included. When successful, my school community will be a dynamic one where we lead with love. Staff and students will work together to co-create an environment of mutual respect, feel safe to take risks as we productively struggle together, and lovingly work through the tough stuff while growing together. I launched my grades project by opening the school year with brain power wellness facilitators, leading some of our favorite activities such as the pressure pit. This helped set the tone for the year with a focus of self-care and SEL for all community members. Since rebuilding trust would be the key to any of this work being successful, I shared my personal experience at grades with my staff and expressed that to learn how to be a transformative leader for our community, I had to embark on this journey that allowed me to look deep within myself. I am no good to my community if I cannot do the hard work of looking within and making the adjustments needed to care for myself. Doing so allowed me to listen or sense what our community needed on a deeper level and pour from a full glass to help us elevate and reach new heights. So how it's going? The prototype I started with was monthly whole staff meetings focused on SEL with the purpose of rebuilding a stronger community. I spent time deeply listening to all stakeholders to sense where my community is now and where we needed to go next. This practice changed my prototype. The prototype morphed into many other projects, many that came from the community themselves. The monthly meetings continued, but we also do a monthly staff gathering outside of school where we do team building through activities like bowling, dinner, and soon skating. We went on a staff retreat at Honors Haven led by Brain Power Wellness. We also engage in a monthly giant coloring activity where all in the community, students, staff, families, co-located schools, safety agents, NYPD, and even the postal workers are welcome to take a mindful break and contribute to our community coloring poster. We designed a wellness lounge for staff and students and transformed the Parent Center into a Zen lounge where families can come and receive support. These are just some of the ways that the project has grown, and I am happy to say it continues to grow. I'm excited to see where my vision for our community come to fruition.
Hola, my name is Suhail Pimentel, and similarly to my colleagues, my project focused on transformation of self and supporting the members of our school community through activities or prototypes that tapped into self-awareness that would ultimately increase supporting one another in all aspects of the school experience. The transformation started with my self-care, putting on my oxygen mask to make showing up and being fully present for my family, my students, staff, and all members of the school community a priority. I began by sensing into what our school community needed, especially from their leader. Our school community needed to feel that someone believed in them. In the last 2 years, we have suffered loss, stressful changes, and other demands, including evaluations that were sometimes traumatic. Our emotions have always been present. It's part of being human. But we needed to focus on using those emotions to create positive experiences through all the challenges and demands. We started the school year by meeting as a school community and starting the day with positive affirmations. The affirmations taught students about self-advocacy. They learned valuable coping skills and how to hold each other accountable for regulating their emotions. We later partnered with Brain Power Wellness and implemented brain breaks throughout the day, which supported our goal of decreasing student-to-student conflict. Combined with the positive affirmations, we learned how to focus, become more engaged, and hone in on self-awareness, which then created empathy to better support one another and create positive relationships. These are all life skills that our students will carry into adulthood, and it promoted collective efficacy in our staff teams. We started a book club for our entire school community. The book we purchased was about affirmations. You Are Beautiful by Dora Maria Abreu, a Dominican-American author. The book study quickly led us to meeting one of the goals of this project, which was ultimately increasing literacy engagement at our school by June 2024. Our 4th and 5th grade students were motivated to start writing about their transformation and their experiences through self-awareness and self-advocacy. And on April 14th, 2024, their stories were published in partnership with Elevated Youth in an anthology titled Vivid Voices, the Colibri Collection. The value of the prototypes and results live with the skills that are being practiced daily and are learned by all in our school community, regardless of test scores, grade, and challenges. The community continues to work on refining those skills to become resilient and confident citizens of the world by checking in on each other, holding each other accountable, and finding purpose in being a student, a teacher, and a parent in our ever-changing and demanding lives. As a leader, this project gave me the permission and the courage to find that balance between being Suhail, a mother and a daughter, and leading from the heart as an empathetic and compassionate school leader, which in turn gave me the opportunity to choose how I was going to show up in both, in order to make the greatest impact on the lives of those that I've been entrusted to lead and essentially protect. I'm extremely grateful to all my colleagues, my school, and my family for the year of growing and learning.